The moment still replays in my head like a paused frame from a movie. The kind where everything goes quiet, your heart jumps, and you realize you're standing at a crossroads without even moving your feet. One sentence, one choice, and the weight of it feels heavier than you ever expected. I didn't know it then, but what happened on that windy afternoon would change the way I looked at kindness forever. Not as something loud or heroic, but as something quiet, human, and deeply powerful. Before we begin, if you enjoy heartfelt, real-life inspired stories about compassion, second chances, and everyday kindness, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and share your thoughts in the comments below. It really helps the channel grow. You're watching your channel name, and I'm grateful you're here. I'd been working at the company for just under 6 months. It wasn't my dream job, but it was stable, the kind of job that pays the bills, keeps the lights on, and lets you breathe a little easier at night. I was the youngest person in the office, and most days I felt like I was walking on eggshells, trying not to mess anything up. My boss, Claire, was known for being sharp, confident, and always in control. She was the type of leader people respected and sometimes feared, not because she was cruel, but because she expected professionalism, focus, and results. She had worked hard to earn her position, and everyone knew it. That afternoon, we were attending an outdoor team meeting at a beachfront resort where the company was hosting a small retreat. It was supposed to be relaxing. Blue skies, ocean air, casual dress code, a break from fluorescent lights and tight schedules. The wind, though, had other plans. We were standing near a row of beach huts when a sudden gust came out of nowhere. Papers rustled, hair flew, and in one brief, awkward second, Claire's blouse shifted in a way no one would ever want during a work event. Time froze. I was standing closest to her. She reacted instantly, adjusting her shirt and stepping back, but I saw the flash of embarrassment cross her face. Not the confident executive everyone knew, but a human being caught off guard. Our eyes met. There was a pause, just long enough for both of us to know exactly what had happened. Then she leaned slightly toward me and whispered, her voice low and tense, "You didn't see anything, right?" The wind blew my shirt. In that moment, my mind raced. I could have laughed awkwardly. I could have said something careless. I could have made a joke later, turned it into gossip, or even just let the silence speak for itself. But something stopped me. I saw fear in her eyes. Not fear of getting in trouble, but fear of being reduced to a moment she couldn't control. Fear of losing dignity in front of her team. So I smiled gently and said, "Didn't see a thing." That was it. No drama, no commentary. Just those 4 words. She held my gaze for a second longer, then nodded. "Thank you," she said quietly. The meeting went on as if nothing had happened. The wind died down. People laughed, shared ideas, talked about goals and timelines. On the surface, it was just another workday. But inside me, something shifted. Over the next few weeks, I noticed small changes. Claire started greeting me by name in the mornings. She asked my opinion during meetings. Really asked, not just as a formality. When I made a mistake on a report, she corrected it privately instead of calling it out in front of others. One evening, she asked if I had a minute to talk. I followed her into her office, my stomach tight. I wondered if I'd messed something up. She closed the door and leaned against her desk. "I want to tell you something," she said. "That day at the retreat, you showed me kindness when you didn't have to." I shrugged, unsure what to say. It didn't feel like a big deal. She smiled, but her eyes were serious. "It was. You protected my dignity. You treated me like a person, not a story to be told." She paused, then added, "You'd be surprised how rare that is." That conversation stayed with me. Not because it earned me favor, but because it reminded me how fragile we all are beneath our titles and roles. Boss, employee, manager, intern. At the core, we're just people hoping to be seen and not exposed in the worst way. A few months later, I found myself on the other side of a vulnerable moment. During a presentation, my voice cracked. I lost my place. My nerves got the best of me. I felt my face burn as the room went silent. Before anyone else could react, Claire jumped in smoothly. "Let's pause for a second," she said. "This data is important, and I want everyone to really take it in." She gave me a reassuring nod, buying me time to breathe and recover. In that moment, I understood something deeply. Kindness doesn't disappear. It circles back. Not always from the same person, not always in the same way, but it comes back. That day by the beach could have been embarrassing. It could have turned into gossip. It could have changed how people saw her and me. Instead, it became a quiet agreement between two humans to protect each other's humanity. We live in a world that rewards exposure, oversharing, calling things out, going viral. But kindness often lives in the opposite direction, in what we choose not to say, in the moments we decide to look away, in the grace we offer when someone is caught off guard. I didn't become a hero that day. I didn't get applause. No one clapped. There was no dramatic speech. But I learned that kindness doesn't need an audience to matter. Sometimes it's just a whisper, a choice, a simple sentence like, "Didn't see a thing." And sometimes that's enough to change everything. As you go about your day, you might find yourself standing at a similar crossroads, a moment where you can embarrass someone or protect them, judge them or understand them, speak or stay silent. When that moment comes, remember this: kindness isn't weakness, it's strength, quietly choosing compassion when it would be easier not to. And the world needs more of that, now more than ever.